How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now on today's show we're going to be taking a look at last night's Premier League games. There was 5 matches and plenty of talking points. We're also going to take a brief look at tonight's matches, including Arsenal at Southampton. And the last piece of news is a bit of good news for Arsenal, because it looks like Bukayo Saka is about to sign a new contract with the club.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right. So the first place we're going to start is last night's game, and I'm going to start with Liverpool, the last one of the night, and it was an absolute battering against Crystal Palace. The likes of Mane, Fabinho, Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold were all on the score sheet. Trent Alexander-Arnold, for me, that was the goal. I know Fabinho's was good, but what a free kick that was. And Liverpool, they are nearly there. They are in touching distance of being Premier League champions. Now, Manchester City have to play Chelsea. If Manchester City lose that game, then Liverpool are champions. I think if the game's a draw, then it goes to the game at the weekend, which is Manchester City against Liverpool. I think a lot of people would like to see it dealt with there. For Liverpool, I suppose their fans would just like to get it done and dusted so that they can actually say they're champions. It would have been nice to, win the game and, get the championship that way. But if they have to be all sitting at home, along with the fans who can't go to games either, and Manchester City can't do the business against Chelsea, then so be it. Liverpool will be champions, and I don't think that they care, however they get it. So Liverpool, they've just carried on where they've left off, really. I know that the game against Everton in the Merseyside derby was not that great, but they looked back to their old self. And like I said, it was an absolute battering on Crystal Palace. And it's a long drive home for them. And I think Martin Tyler in the commentary was saying that all the players are being taken home in people carriers. And there's one player per people carrier. Man, how much would that cost them? All the way from Merseyside back to London. Make them walk after that performance, my word. But yeah, Liverpool, they are so close to becoming champions now. Like I said, Manchester City lose against Chelsea, they're champions. If not, they're going to have to wait for the weekend and try and pick up a result at the Etihad to finally confirm it. Next game we're going to look at was Manchester United, and it was a very, very comfortable evening for them. 3-0 winners against Sheffield United, and again this was a battering. Manchester United looked very, very good. Bruno and Pogba in midfield, but it was Anthony Martial that stole the headlines with a hat-trick. Now, an interesting stat is that this is the first hat-trick by a Manchester United player since Sir Alex Ferguson left 7 years ago. That's an unbelievable stat when you think about it. So the last player before this was Robin van Persie. And Anthony Martial, a couple of goals that were very poacher in their finish. Brilliant goals. And the third one, little dink over the keeper. And Sheffield United, they have not come out of this lockdown very well at all. 3 games, no wins, and they're struggling. But if it's any consolation for their fans, their next game on Sunday is against Arsenal. You just know they're going to turn into prime 70s Brazil. Always happens, doesn't it? But yeah, listen, Manchester United, brilliant win for them. Trying to hunt down that 4th place and even 3rd place with Leicester, because they keep dropping points. And they're looking very good, and credit where it's due. That's a good performance from them. Next game was Wolves against Bournemouth, and of course Wolves, they're still plugging away trying to get one of those Champions League spots, and it was a 1-0 victory. Not the greatest of games. Jimenez with the goal in the 60th minute, but they got the victory, and that's all they will care about. Bournemouth, they are in so much trouble. And I said it the other day, one of Bournemouth's biggest problems this season is the fact that they got no one scoring goals. And again, no shots on target. Only 4 shots in total. You see where the problems lie. And it's going to be a real battle down that bottom as to seeing who gets relegated. But Bournemouth, they're in a lot of trouble. Next game was Newcastle against Aston Villa. And Aston Villa, that point could be crucial for them. Newcastle took the lead. Dwight Gale. El Mohammadi scored in the 83rd minute to equalise. And like I said, that could be a very, very valuable point for Aston Villa in their battle for survival. So yeah, the spoils were shared and they move on to their next game. Last game was Norwich against Everton, and Norwich, they are all but down from the Premier League. Everton winning this one 1-0. Michael Keane with the all-important goal. And yeah, they are not going to survive in the Premier League. I think they're just going to go through the motions now, Norwich. And they're just going to have to deal with it and try and get through these last few games as best they can and try and go out with a bit of pride. And yeah, ironically as well, one of Norwich's next games is Arsenal. Can you see the pattern here? Sheffield United, Norwich, etc. Oh, mate. You're looking at that and you're just thinking to yourself, yeah, you can see what's coming. Oh, I'll tell you something, it better not happen, that's for sure. But when you're looking at those, you know, games and everything else, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I don't think Norwich are going to trouble too many people. Please don't come back and bite me in the backside, that comment. But it is what it is. Of course, we've got some games tonight, and Arsenal travelling to St Mary's against Southampton. You can go and check out my thoughts on that game in detail on my preview and the player ratings. And then, of course, the big one later on in the evening is Chelsea-Manchester City. And like I said already, if Manchester City lose that game, then Liverpool are champions. If they get a draw, then I believe it goes to the final game where Liverpool just need to avoid defeat to win the title at the Etihad. So Chelsea, can they spoil the party for Liverpool and hold on to it? They need the points because, of course, they're sitting in 4th place, and with the likes of Manchester United winning and Wolves, they're not going to want to drop points. It's going to be a tough one for Manchester City, but we will wait and see what happens, no doubt. Last piece of news, and it could well be a good piece of news for Arsenal, because we've seen the contract extensions yesterday for David Luiz, new contracts for Mari, and a new contract for Cedric as well. There's an extension of Dani Ceballos' loan. And the one that they're all talking about, along with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, is Bukayo Saka. And Bukayo Saka is close to agreeing a new Arsenal contract. In a recent interview, Mikel Arteta has said that he believes Bukayo Saka will soon sign a new contract at Arsenal and could put to bed one of the sagas that could lead to a turbulent summer at the club. I am very positive that everything is going to be done with Bukayo very shortly. The communications between the club, agent and the family have been going on for months and is very fluent. The player and his family knows how much trust I have in him. He is just showing that every week, and the consistency level is getting better and better. I'm so excited with the young players we have. They just need the right environment around them to explode, and Bukayo is doing that, even in difficult circumstances, which is even more merit for him. So listen, what I can say about that, and reading between the lines as well, where he was saying that, they have to have the right environment. It's very evident that he wants to get rid of certain individuals at the club, and he wants to have the right mentality and the right mindset for some of these young players to flourish and for them to come into that environment and, not be surrounded with so much negativity and bad eggs, shall we say, within the squad. So that's very evident, and it would be good that we can get this done. There's a lot of teams looking at the situation, Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool, to name a few, and get this deal done, get one of our hottest prospects, what he's been doing since he came into the team. Come on, man, hurry up and get that done, and then Arsenal fans could actually have something to smile about, finally. So listen, there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. Let me know, as usual, in the comment section what you think about today's topics, the matches and everything else. And also about the possibility of Bukayo Saka signing a new contract. Of course, I will be on AFTV tonight with the watch along. I will be back after that with the player ratings, the daily tomorrow, and we will see whether I'm smiling or whether I'm in another foul mood. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.